Hi, this is Ray with Aqua Clean Power Washing. I just want to show you this beautiful house that we're working on today. This house is about 4 years old, and being it was white, it shows a lot of the organic staining on the sides. The left-hand side is actually the northern facing side, and we had a lot of black and green organic growth there on that side. And then we also did on this front side. And the process that we use to clean houses is not a high pressure process because that could actually damage the siding. I oftentimes tell people if you find a power washing company that actually cleans things using pressure to run from them, because that's actually a destructive technique that can actually damage the siding. It's also not very effective because the black and green stuff you see on the siding that make it look dark and dingy is actually a living organism. And if you don't use the right soap solution to kill and remove that organism, it does come back the following year, and then typically the house even looks worse the following year. And something we want to avoid as part of cleaning a house is to never use high pressure, because that can damage the siding. The process that we use is what's taught through the industry, where we use a soap solution that gently removes the organic staining, and then you rinse the house with a lot of water. And plant protection is also a big part of what we do, because customers oftentimes have very expensive plants planted around their property. This customer actually had a major concern because he has trees over here that he spent a small fortune on planting going down the entire side of the property, and he was concerned that they would get damaged, especially being this is a little bit of a windier day. And plant protection is something that's very important in our industry. It's something that actually a lot of companies don't focus enough on. I actually got a job on a similar house last year, and the person that had cleaned it previously for them had actually gotten soap all over the trees and actually damaged the trees as part of the process, and then they turned brown. So it was not a very good experience for him. So he was really focusing on finding something that kind of goes above and beyond to protect plants. And my process is to rinse them with a ton of water while doing the job, and then I actually spray them with a Miracle-Gro type of product afterwards. And here you can see the right hand side of this house and how nice everything turned out here. And here you can see the dirty part of this house. White houses are very unforgiving versus some of the other colors like the grays. And here you can see how this has this black organic staining on this, and this is what we're removing off of houses. Sometimes it starts out looking like spots like this, and sometimes it actually turns just into green growth on the siding. And then if we look up here, you can actually see there's a lot of dust in the overhang on this house. And here you can see the back side of the house. I really like cleaning the white houses because they pop so brightly afterwards. And as part of doing this job today, we cleaned this entire deck for them too, doing our soft wash technique. And that's where we use soaps to clean the surface versus high pressure. A lot of untrained companies will actually power wash the composite deck using pressure, and that's actually a destructive technique because it blasts away part of the surface. When you do the technique that we do, it gently removes the organic stain without damaging the surface, and being it kills the organism and makes it last 4 to 6 times longer. This project, I mean, it does back up to a swampy area over here, so they do have a lot of moisture on the site. So that does create a conducive environment for the organic growth to come back quickly. But doing our technique, it usually lasts about 3 to 4 years for most houses. But if you have intense moisture in the area, you might find that you need to do it every 3 years. And here you can see how beautiful this back area is. I also moved all the furniture as part of doing the job to clean underneath it. This way they don't move it later on and find that there's a problem with it hiding underneath. And when we clean the deck area, we also do the entire outside with all of the trim. We actually cleaned everything for these homeowners today, including the siding. And when we clean siding, it's also done with a similar technique. We don't wash houses using high pressure, because that's actually a destructive technique that actually damages the siding. And the stuff that's on the siding that makes the house look dark and dingy is the exact same thing that we're dealing with on the deck. And as part of this, I also came underneath this porch and cleaned all the ceiling and trim and everything underneath here for them, including this patio furniture for them. If you'd like to learn more about the services that we offer, you can check out our webpage at www.gentlepowerwashing.com or call us at 201 424-1800. And the theme of our webpage plugs into the technique that we use to do the cleaning work that we do, where we use soap solutions and gentle techniques that don't damage the surfaces, and they're much more effective because they actually kill the organic growth. And here you can see the after of the house and how beautiful it is now.